Guava juice and tequila.
Guava juice. Hey, quiet as cat. Guava juice might be the best juice ever made.
I think it is. If you ain't on the guava, you missing out, man. That guava is something special.
That guava juice.
Hey, and I'm a late bloomer to the guava, man. I got on the guava probably about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, the last trip to Tampa, when we went to Orlando, the last trip, and we was in Tampa that time.
Makes sense.
That's when I got on the guava. I was like, ooh, I went and got me a guava margarita.
Guava every. Hey, look, and it makes sense that
I ain't been off the guava since.
And it's only right that Florida introduced you to it.
It's only right.
It's only right. It's only right. Shout out to Guava Juice. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors of Guava Juice.
Guava Juice, man. Hey, but look, man, it's subtle enough where it blends with everything, but just enough punch where you get a nice flavor to it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's like that.
Yeah.
I'm with it. But hey, man, welcome
what up?
To episode 102. If I say 101, by the backtrackers. 102.
Yeah.
So this is our second episode back for season 3. And for me, with our cigar choice, I went back home for me. Liquor provider, T52. It was like that. It was nice. It's nice coming back home. And you had a stellar one. Got a 4.4 if I'm not mistaken, with the Hoya.
I think it was nice. 4.4 with the Hoya, the Nicaragua.
But if I had it my way, I would have loved to kick off season 3 with what we're about to smoke today.
We smoking it.
We smoking it today.
Okay, we smoking it. You know.
I know you had a couple options in the stash. You didn't know which way we were going to go. Me too. I had mine. I wasn't sure. But
I was promised a package in the mail that I just wasn't buying was going to arrive on time. So I had some stuff ready.
I said it on the show, right? So if I said it on the show, I put myself out there. So I made myself liable. But honestly, I did send it off later than I wanted to. I was shocked that it got there when it did.
Yeah, you were. You said that.
But hey, look, right on time though. Right on time.
My expectation was for it to come today. During or after the show. It came the day before, so perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Hey, shout out to USPS. You guys, you did your big one. You did your big one. Hey, that's another one right there. And my kids be like, where you coming from with this terminology? Like, where you getting these terms from? Don't worry about it. I'm tapped in.
Oh, they shocked that you know certain slang?
Yeah.
Dang. So you at that stage now where they look at you like you supposed to not know this stuff.
Crazy, right? I'm looking at them like,
my kids are little. They don't think that of me yet. They not shocked that I know stuff yet. So
yeah, I got teenagers and young adults. So like, you're like, hold on, wait, you're not supposed to know about that. Like, huh? Like, Dad's tripping. What you doing? Why you talking like that? It's like I can't be current with the time. I'm not ancient. Yeah. I'm not ancient.
That's crazy, man. But I guess because I look at you as a peer, and I don't feel like I shouldn't know some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they see us. Okay, it's what they think about us.
That's what they think about us, man. You an old man. You ain't supposed to be talking like that. You supposed to be talking like jive turkey and stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, sucker.
Hey, but really, this generation, right? They flip our slang more than we flip the previous generation slang.
You think so?
I think
you
so,
know what?
man.
I think you're right. Like they use a lot of our old terminology, but use it like slightly different. But then act like it's their thing. It's like, nah, we've been talking like that. Like it might have meant a little something different. Like I had said something, and it was a slang term, and then my daughter was like, don't say that. I can't remember what the word or term was.
I mean, we'll say locked in, but they say tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Stay woke was us. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know,
it was woke. Honestly, it was. Yeah, being woke, that was our thing. But now the way they use it or say it, it's a little variation to it. But it's still.
But it's the same.
My inspiration.
Yeah, Now, I'll say this. What else? This is how unoriginal your Gen Z y'all are. Y'all fashion. Y'all just took the generation before us fashion. They took
for real
Gen X.
Oh, and that's something I want to get into a little bit later. That's something I want to get into a little bit later. So yes, so terminology and fashion. This generation, or Gen Z or Gen A, even Gen A. I think it's Gen A now, right?
I think they still got a little bit for they up. I think that's
so unoriginal.
The teenagers of now, they don't. The Gen A ain't got the rock yet, man. You know, they ain't the adult yet.
Rock yet. I mean, but it's still they're still in play. You know what I'm saying? They're coming into the fold.
They're coming into the conversation now. It's the time coming through the ranks. But hey, I think we're gonna hold off on that. Or we?
I think we should hold off on it because we're gonna get into it a little bit. We're gonna get into it
because I do got more to say on that.
Yeah. So hey, look. So we were talking about the cigar of choice for the day, which honestly should have been our welcome back cigar, but I previewed on the last episode. But I got mine. You got yours?
Got it. Hey man, I'm gonna unbox it, man. Let me put these scissors to it.
Hurry.
These scissors scare me, man. Every time I touch them, man, I'm like, man, I'm gonna hurt myself with these things, man.
Unbox yours because I got mine in hand and I'm ready to crack this glass open.
Go ahead, start on it.
No, I don't even want to smell it yet. I want to wait.
Okay.
I know that Plasencia, that whiff is gonna be nice.
The boy slid me a little something on the side here that I can't get from nowhere else. Let me give it the squeeze test first to make sure she came in good shape. He sent me by Deadwood, the girl with no name. He been telling me about this, that this is the best out of all of that series. But when I went out to my spot, they said, hey man, it's only like 1 or 2 spots in the country that got that. We can't get it. Yeah, so got my hands on it. Won't be smoking it on the show more than likely. This is for me in my private time, but if you can find it, get it. Ooh, this thing got some weight on it, okay? They got some weight on it. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And by the way, this is a happy belated birthday gift.
Look at that P on the bottom there. Okay.
Hey, classy, right? This is a belated happy birthday gift. I got mine. You got his. Yeah. Hey, look, and I'm gonna be honest for the audience out there. I gave you 2 options, right? I said if it was up to you, if you can have any one of these sticks that's in the $100 range. Now this stick is $100, $100 per cigar.
Yeah.
I said, which one would you prefer? I said the Plasencia or the Rocky Patel Conviction.
And did I hesitate?
No hesitation. No hesitation. No hesitation. Hey, but look, at Cigars International, when I asked them about it, they said that cigar is worth it. They said it's a really nice stick. They said that cigar smokes very nice.
You talking about Rocky?
Conviction. Yeah, the Conviction.
Okay.
So I'm willing to try it at some point, but priorities, man. Priorities. Plasencia, you get priority, man.
Most definitely.
So here we are.
Hey man, we're gonna open it and get a whiff of it. Nice torpedo top.
All right. So what are your first thoughts before you crack the case?
I think fantastic presentation. It feels like it's a little magnetic feel to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful case. The actual cigar itself with the band, everything looks to be traditional Plasencia look, but still very classy to it. I like the weight of it. I would say a portion of your 100 is in the packaging. You know what I'm saying?
Packaging, yeah. You're paying for some classy packaging. Nice detail to it as well. You know, and we talked about that when I
buy a Plasencia, I'm gonna want to put it in here. So
you know what?
Keep this and just store all my
keep the case. Throw your Plasencias in there from now on. As soon as you bring it back home, put it in the case.
Right here. All right. The big Open. The big removal. I'm sorry, that's what I was looking for. Ah, that's nice.
Man, sounds nice. Let's see if it's gonna come into focus. Come into focus.
It's enough.
Nah, it ain't gonna come into focus.
I like the little on the back of the band. It's got like the little record player look to it.
The aroma off gate is not overwhelming.
No, it's not.
But we know it really shines when you light it. So we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see if it's true to Plasencia.
Most definitely.
So I got mine clipped off at the top.
Oh. I hear a nice
little haircut. Got a nice little haircut going.
Man, he done trimmed up the Marge Simpson, man, and took it off.
The cone heads.
Cone heads. There we go.
Yeah, they don't know about that. That's a little old school. Cone heads a little old school. Yeah. They don't know about it.
And we done gave our age away again. Let's see. Where's my cutter at?
All right, so hey, look, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna go big on her.
You were.
And I got chastised.
You good.
I got a tug lashing. It's like you better not. Go find your matches. I know you got something in the crib. And like
he big last week, and the T52, in all honesty, probably didn't deserve the big he received, but he's had enough of them that I'm like, you do you. You know what I'm saying? Because you done had enough of them. But this is honorary, man. This is your first time having this stick. It's probably our favorite brand at the moment. Why would we not give it that honor and respect? Ooh, time to clip that ASMR.
All right.
This is my cheap cutter. 4. I got it though. I gotta throw that cutter away, man. It's trash.
Oh man.
4. Oh, he gonna bick it anyway. He under the pressure. He ain't clutch. Look at LeBron.
oh.
Look at LeBron go.
So LeBron ain't clutch? Is that what they saying? And that's what they did say. I mean,
I wouldn't trust him with the last shot. Not if I got another option. Put it that way. I'll trust him. You
got Steph Curry, Kobe, MJ, or Bron. What? How are you ranking it?
Last place is Bron. Oh, you want actual order? You said Kobe, Steph, MJ, and LeBron.
Really, just where you ranking LeBron, honestly.
Oh yeah, LeBron at the end, man. He at the end. You know, I'm going Mike first. It get tough between Kobe and Steph. It gets real tough. If we in the finals, I go Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
And if we in the regular season, I might go Steph, you know, with that last shot. But it's hard to not say Kobe because he wanted it so much. You know what I'm saying? But
because you got to pass him the ball. And if you don't pass him the ball, he's gonna be pissed at you.
How do you not? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what's your order on that? I wouldn't mind hearing it. What you got?
Oh, me? I'm going Steph. I'm going MJ.
First?
I'm going Kobe. And I'm going LeBron.
Steph first. MJ,
first.
then Kobe?
Then Kobe. Then LeBron.
You go Steph any time of the season? I mean, we talking finals?
Finals. Game 4, game 7.
Steph been known to disappear to disappear in the finals, man. You know, I love him, but he has disappeared a few times in the finals.
But
I will never not trust Michael Jeffrey Jordan in the finals.
Hey, look, but when has MJ taken the last shot in the finals?
In 98.
All right, he did take it in 98. You're right. I'm thinking Kerr. I'm thinking Paxson, but he did get that shot off in what's his name? Russell.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, Mike got Kerr shot is a little, you know what I'm saying? Kerr getting extra dubs on it, man. That was like a game 1 or something. Kerr hit that shot in, man. Like game 1 or game 2.
It wasn't clinching. Yeah. It wasn't a clinching shot. Clinched the finals, clinched the Eastern Conference, or whatever. But
hey, weight on it. Wasn't no weight like when Mike did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Game 6. Think how big that moment was. Mike had a little bit of struggle that game, and with his shot. His shot was struggling a little bit that game. He came down and made back-to-back plays. On defense, got the steal, came back. Matter of fact, hit the layup. The last 3 possessions was all Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the layup, took it to the rack, got a quick layup, came back down, lingered back off his man when he saw Malone getting it in the post, robbed him, came back down, said, it's my time. It's my time. Yeah. Ain't nobody getting this ball. Like, you know you're not getting it. And boom. So, I mean, that's special, man. That was a special way to end it, man. But, okay, Steph.
Yeah, I'm still
I can't be mad at Steph either way. Still can't be mad.
Even the way history is, I'm still going with Steph. Because I trust Steph to hit the shot. Maybe Golden State needed to make sure they free him up to where he can get his look, or at least get the ball in the right spots to do his thing. Maybe it's a Kerr thing. Maybe Kerr didn't do the right thing to make sure that he was always clutch. Because 9 times out of 10, Curry gonna be clutch, no matter where no matter what the situation is.
I respect it. Let's see these opening thoughts, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling at you right now with the sticks, man. I want to get a nice, perfect burn on this, man. In this one little area,
it deserves
I keep missing it.
So I'm gonna say this, man. With this Plasencia, the flavor profile of this stick is a little different from what I'm used to from Plasencia. It's more reminiscent of a Rocky style type of stick, or a not even from Davidoff, maybe something from Drew Estate or Rocky Patel.
Yeah,
it puts me in the mindset of that, right? Got a nice little spicy tone, like notes on the very beginning, which is something I usually don't get from Plasencia, because we get it like EQ from jump, right? We're talking about our Alma Fuertes, rather. It is a Fuego. It's a Del Fuego. Okay. It is a Del Fuego. So the spice there, it should be. It should be. But knock your socks off on the first few puffs? Not necessarily. I'm not getting that. But hey, I'm down for the ride. So if I had to rate this amongst my favorite Plasencias so far, right now, off the first puff, it'd be like in maybe 4th place.
Ooh.
Talking about the green band, the black band, the Cons checker, and then this one.
All right, I'm gonna say this. I do feel like I sat down in luxury. I'm gonna say that. We talk about it. Initially, you get a feeling of, it immediately puts you in a certain place when you smoke a particular cigar. Like, you like, some make you feel like, okay, I just sat down in the back of a Maybach. And sometimes you feel like you just sat down in a whatever. I don't want to put nobody out there. Yeah, you just at the barbecue table.
Or you just in the garage somewhere. You got off work. You in the garage. You just lift the garage.
Yeah, a good cigar can place you different places. You know what I'm saying? I have been placed in a place of luxury with this, but this is definitely part of the Alma del Fuego family.
Yeah,
because I'm getting like a high level Alma del Fuego is what I feel so far. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the Alma del Fuego is not better than the black or the green band. So we'll see where it goes. Now, if they do a upgraded version of that, you know what I'm saying? But
I would love to see it. It would not be $100. I'll tell you that much for sure. 150 to 200 easily.
Have to be. This is nice for me though. I'm happy with it.
But I would tell you this: like the construction on this, is top notch. Like you mentioned, it puts you in the mindset of, hey, I'm in the back of a Maybach. I'm chilling on a villa somewhere in some kind of luxury setting. That tightness of the wrapper on the wrapper leaf on the cigar itself, that draw that I'm getting, I would say that is top notch. That is top notch. So what I mentioned before was just strictly off a flavor profile. But everything else, the way it feels in my hand, the way it feels when I'm puffing it, it's definitely there.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm trying to start to pick up on these profile too, because I think I am going to be able to pick out a few things, man. It doesn't feel like the perfect EQ blend, but it does. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm having things jump out at me. I'm not willing to speak on it just yet because I want to make sure I get it right, just so I know exactly what I'm feeling, what I'm tasting. But I'm definitely getting some things I want to dive into a little bit later on.
Right.
But yo, man, but check this out though. So we started talking a little earlier about Gen Z, Gen A. How they're borrowing a lot of things from honestly our day. Like it's like the originality is kind of it's not there. It's not there like it was. And don't get me wrong, like there's nothing new or truly original under the sun, right? Everything is kind of repeated in a sense. There's always like some kind of repeat or just a variation of. But it seems like in this generation specifically, it's strictly going through to the thrift shop of borrowing things of the past. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to lingo or whatever, and then finding a different way to reuse it. It's like, somebody buys something and they find a way to repurpose it. That's the word I'm looking for, repurpose.
Yeah.
So before, when we had fashion come back from the 70s or from the 80s and it's shown itself again, it's like, okay, yeah, we got fashion, but we're going to do it this way. We're going to do our variation of it in some kind of original form. We talk about cross colors. So we had all the colorful clothing. That's a repeat of the past when clothing was colorful in the past, right? We had cross color, major damage, and all that stuff back in the 90s, Jordache, all that good stuff. Definitely aging myself now, right? But the way we did it was in a unique way. It was some originality to it. Right. Now it's like, I'm just going to take what you guys had and I'm just going to use it. So I'm going through this phase where my kids, where they're trying to find all my clothes from the early 2000s. So at every instance, I'm turning one of my kids went in my closet, went to like one of my bins where I got stuff stashed that I haven't touched in years, and they're pulling it out and they're using it and wearing it. I'm like, why you got that? That's my shirt from when I was in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, where did you find that? So it's like they're just taking, okay, this is the thing from the 2000s. Now they're going baggy with the clothes. Their clothes are a lot bigger, so they want bigger clothes. So instead of doing their own thing in their own way, I'm just gonna take dad's stuff because dad had clothes. I put out some shorts, and I just had them randomly, and I found them because just moving around and did some stuff, and now I'm finding some things I haven't touched in years. And I find these shorts, and my son sees them. It's like, dang, Dad, where did we get them shorts from? Like, them shorts are those from the early 2000s, aren't they? They need some big shorts. Some big shorts. I'm gonna take those. I had a jersey, and my son was like, I can wear that jersey. I'm like, son, that is too big for you. You can't. It's too big for me, right? Because what we had back then was too big for us. So it's too big. For me. It's gonna be too. No, I can wear this. I can wear it. I can wear it. Okay, so y'all are just taking our stuff, not even trying to repurpose it, but it's like, that's the flavor, going big again. Give me what you got, and I got it.
That's what it is, man. That's what they did with okay, think about it, right? How did we end up, people tease millennials for ankle socks. Ankle socks was running away from what the generation before us did, though. That was us saying, y'all wear y'all socks all the way up your calves. We done with that. Y'all wearing them little bitty booty shorts. We ain't wearing those no more. We off that. We did the exact opposite of what the generation before did to us. Big clothes instead of tight clothes, instead of them little tank tops and stuff. We're gonna wear long t-shirts and if we do wear a tank top, it's gonna be a jersey with a t-shirt up underneath it. You know what I'm saying? Like we did the exact opposite.
Yeah.
They said they wore low top shoes. We wore mids and high tops. We did the exact opposite of what they did. This generation, they got they little shorts on with the long socks and striped socks sometimes, and nobody wears a mid shoe. They took exactly from the generation before us that we tried to be the opposite of. So it's like you didn't even do nothing. Yes, you teasing us, but you don't know the history of it. We were doing the opposite of what our parents was doing because we didn't want to be associated with their generation. So now you're trying to avoid us, but you just look like them. Like I went and we was in the mall one day, me and my family, and I'm looking at the clothes and it was an outfit on the mannequin. I told my wife, this mannequin dressed like Al Bundy. And I went and pulled it up and found a picture of Al Bundy at the beach, and it looked exactly the way he was dressed. Hat, pants, shorts, everything. I said, look, man,
that's the flavor.
Just robbing the 80s, man. Like it's not even, it's blatant. You know what I'm saying? It's not even no switching it up, no air. They got the old trucker dad hats with the little rope across the front now.
I've noticed those. Like, I've seen those.
Yeah.
I've seen them everywhere. I'm like, that's what we doing? Okay. Like we just going straight back. Like we're just gonna copy and paste.
Copy and paste. It's not like they put a unique twist on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when bell bottoms came back during our generation, they did do a different cut to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't see nothing different about it, man. And now they starting to wear their clothes baggy again. It just look like Jinkos to me. Like y'all ain't, but y'all want to do it. Y'all gonna regret it. You know, y'all gonna regret it. I regret it. Y'all gonna regret looking stupid in these big clothes.
Here's y'all time to look back and like, man, I look stupid. Why were my pants so big?
But in fairness to us, there's not a generation that looked the way we looked. We were unique. We were entirely unique. Our generation, that 90s, 2000s. There's not a fashion era that looked like that. We didn't take from nobody. That was ours. You know what I'm saying? That's maybe true. The women took with some of the little bell bottom flared out pants and the high waist shirt, you know.
But as far as the guys, fellas, tall tees have never been a thing.
You go find it in history. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't exist.
Tall tees. Man, gone are the days where you just go get you a t-shirt from a Foot Locker for $5, man. And be fresh.
Man, we could get like 3 for $18, right? Something like that.
But 3 for $18. That was the deal. Champs.
Yeah.
Champs of Foot Locker.
The tall tees are back too. Tall tees is back. I looked at a few of them. I had to pass on them. Yeah, I seen some tall tees.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
But they not exaggerated like ours were. You know how people wear it down to their knees. But you got to think we were wearing big clothes too. Yeah, we were. So
because we were already big. So to go bigger, baggy, then you get extreme.
So if you got a tall tee, you didn't get your size. You know what I'm saying? You got a size too big because that's what we were doing anyway. So that was the ridiculousness of it. You might not notice as a tall tee as blatant as you could back then because people are going to be wearing
what's
size.
Crazy? When you mention getting the size too big, and I'm thinking about when I used to buy clothes back in the day. And then you fast forward to like maybe 2012, 2013, 2014. It's like, how do I go from buying an XL? Your shirts had to have an X before. Like, it had at least one X. You had to have an X. XL.
Yeah.
This is 2003, 2004 maybe. And then you fast forward to 2013. I'm buying smalls. Mediums at best. But it's either small or medium. But before, it had to be an X. Like everything I was picking up had an X on it.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world, man.
I don't want to see these kids go down that road. I hope for them that they don't go down that road.
They're going to.
The way it looks like with my son, the way he was so adamant about this jersey and his jersey being the perfect fit for him, like there's no way and he's like half my size for back then too. When I had the jersey, it's like there's no way that you think that this is gonna be good for a fit that you're trying to put together. And my son, believe it or not, he has fashion sense. He is big on his fashion. He is like.
What year was these clothes from? Because if this was 2004.
Okay, it was a Chauncey Billups. It was a Chauncey Billups jersey when Chauncey Billups was in his prime.
So what's that, about 05-ish?
04, 05.
Yeah, you kind of put on some weight back in them days too.
Yeah, I was up there back then.
Yeah.
So I finished college.
You was doing some change, won't you, around that time, won't you?
I was over 2. Yeah, I was about 2.
Yeah.
About 210.
About 210, that's what I'm saying. So they he can't wear them clothes, bro. Because you had to get something big enough like for that 210 frame. Yeah. You had to get something to make that 210 look baggy. So, like, nah, bro, he can't do it.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's where we at. Like when it comes to like even like the language. I mean, I don't want to venture into the music realm when it comes to them, because I feel like their music is more unique. Well, I don't know. Is it even? Is it even?
No,
like the way the rappers are rapping, like it sounds like. I guess.
Nah, man. The Migos flow is basically
Bone Thugs and Harmony and Crucial Conflict.
Yeah, stuff like that, man. And there's somebody from the South they took, man. And I want to say it's like connected to 3 6 Mafia, man.
Oh yeah.
I want to say somewhere around there. There's somebody very specific they credit that flow to coming from. So that's somebody from the old era. And on top of that, you hear somebody like a Project Pat, he fit right in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he sounds really modern these days, like when I hear him rap. So that's why they keep going to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know how unique it is. But speaking of them, I'm kind of shifting gears with this. If we get into the whole music conversation, man, I've been seeing a lot of stuff where people talking about how music has died and there's no money in hip hop. And I find that very interesting because it seems like other genres of music is doing pretty good. So it's like, did y'all kill hip hop? You know what I'm saying? Like, what changed? That it ain't no money in it all of a sudden? If everybody else still doing good,
that's an interesting thing. You sent me something about Spotify, and the way you related was meant for something else. But the way I took it when I was watching the video was thinking about music, and is urban music the only music that's really suffering? Because like I don't know if it's because I'm not tapped into other music genres, but is it only urban music that's suffering from the whole streaming realm that we're in now?
That's like, what I'm
are we the only ones that's suffering? It feels like it. Like now that you mention that, like to bring it to my forefront of my mind, like like I don't necessarily hear any complaints. Maybe I need to be more tapped in, but I don't necessarily hear any complaints from other areas of music. Maybe the way they consume it is still different.
You
hear consumers are maybe more honest.
Their sound is changing, but I don't hear them complain about numbers being down in other genres. They seem like they still just surviving just fine. Like Taylor Swift is not going out of business anytime soon. Like, you know, and whoever else is doing well in their genre. But then you hear in hip hop, they say people got to do all this weird stuff. Like you hear a Travis Scott supposed to have sold really good numbers, and they were comparing him and this girl named Sabrina Carpenter to see who was doing the better numbers. But meanwhile, Sabrina just dropped her album and Travis Scott was pairing it up with products and doing all this other weird stuff. Just it's kind of scammy stuff to try to run the numbers up.
Try to beef it up,
yeah. And it's just like, well, that's a reflection of the art when people stop wanting to purchase it. You know what I mean? Like music, when did people give up on music? We all still want to hear music. You know what I'm saying? So we just get on your genre is all it is.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because that is something I wanted to talk about. And I almost forgot that I wanted to talk about it. And I don't know if I'm switching gears a little bit here. and forgive me if I do, because if you have more to talk about, let's talk about it by all means. But I just want to put something on your mind real quick, because I meant to text you about this yesterday. Is music, at least our culture, meaning our hue, doesn't mean as much as it once did to us in the past, right? Like, which is why maybe the quality of the music is diminished, because it doesn't mean as much to this generation. I don't know for sure, because I'm not as tapped in with the generation. Asked them or polled them, what does music mean to you, right? The way we consumed it before, it was a soundtrack to our lives, and you know what I'm saying, it accompanied us to whatever we were doing. So we think about when we were in middle school. I know exactly what I had in my Walkman, or whether it was high school.
You know what music got you through that? Think about us as Black people specifically, bro. We do music for everything. You figure out what you're gonna play before you get in the shower. You figure out you got to play some music to cook. You got to play some music to clean. We play music for everything. The barbecue, we got to have some music going. You get in the car before I pull off. What am I gonna listen to? Let me get their stations right.
I'm gonna set the mood.
That's us. That's it. That's it. Music is everything for us. I don't even know, shoot, when we was growing up, you like you said, the mood, if you was trying to get right with your lady, you had some music and stuff. Like I don't even know if that's a thing for kids. Like,
I feel like for them, like music is like a sidekick thing now. Like when music was our everything, like now when we're having our issues with our stars or our past, we're so tied into it because like these guys are the people who made the soundtracks to our lives, right?
Yeah.
And we put so much equity into it. But now I feel like with the music nowadays, it's just like sidekick, and a sidekick entity. Like they don't really care about it as much because they pay so much attention to the content. Like it's more so about content than it is about like music. Like they're willing to watch videos of this or that or things that they like. That's the way they consume their entertainment. But we didn't have these visuals of YouTube when we were 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in the early 2000s or late 90s, right? Like our consumption of content was just us sitting down in front of a TV watching whatever ABC put on for TGIF or whatever Saturday cartoons or whatever. That was our content that we consumed. Outside of that, we had our record players or we had our boom boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember one Christmas begging my dad for this 6 CD. Well, no, was it a 6 CD changer? Yeah, it was a 6 CD. No, it was a 3 CD changer. A 3 CD changer with a two tape deck, cassette tape thing with the little boom box, and it was like it had the EQ in the front. I'm like, I need that, and I need I need a new Discman. Like I have to have that, right? Right. Now it's like they don't really care about it as much. That's from my opinion. It's like, okay, I'm gonna download some music or I'm gonna go on Spotify or iTunes, Apple Music, and just hit shuffle and go. But we had our 3-disc CD changer with our tape decks and our Discman for a purpose. Because what CD am I going to put in there? What 3 CDs I'm going to rock with for the summer? What am I going to go to sleep to? What am I going to go take a shower to? What am I going to put on I'm about to go out, hang out with my homies or whatever. Put something on. Like
we had the playground playing ball, and there's something playing.
We had our Discman, right? And you had your CD case. Your CD case only had but so many slots. So what went in that CD case, it meant something to you. You had your ride, and you were lucky if you had a 6 CD changer in your car. Yeah. If you only had one, what CD are you putting in there? And then you got your CD case or your spindles or whatever you had in your car. You only had but so much you can have with you. So whatever you had with you meant something to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like it's all on your phone. I got access to thousands and thousands of music and all our artists that we know. I don't necessarily have to have anything tied to it. It's like just whatever.
Yeah.
So where do we go?
That's crazy, man. I don't think that they consume it that way anymore, and I don't think it matters like that to them anymore. Which is amazing, because it's like, when in history did music ever not matter? You know what I mean? Like, music got everybody in history. Humans just figured out how to sing to get through stuff back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how
from the 1600s whatever it was.
Yeah, we just innately locked in with music. We tuned into that. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. So to reach a point where it doesn't matter anymore is kind of mind-boggling. But it's crazy. But I guess, you know, like you said, it's because now in history they have more things to consume than ever before to distract you from that. There's other ways of expression, but nothing that ever tugs on your heartstrings like music. And maybe the fact that they're not making music that speaks to what people are going through is why music is able to die off like that.
I think it's a tandem. The fact that the focus isn't on it as much, and then the music isn't as great as it used to be. You got the tandem of it. It's twofold. So now that you have both of it, all right, the music isn't all that great. So why put that much emphasis on me caring much about it? It's just whatever. Yeah. Right, it's cool. It's cool music. It's just vibe. It's gonna vibe. That's all.
It's just a vibe now. Music used to get you through something. Like
it tell you something. Speak to you.
It taught you, spoke to you. For you. Talk for you. Hey, hey girl, this song for you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know what to say, I let Stevie say it, or let whoever, Luther say it for me.
Let Teddy say it.
Let Teddy say it, especially. You know what I mean? But now it's just like, if you go through a breakup, you would sit back and be depressed to a song on repeat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you related to it, if you was up, you celebrated, you felt good, man. Let me put this on. I feel good. But I guess if music ain't doing all those things for a person anymore, what do you? That's why people so depressed. They ain't got nothing to help them through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. How you coping? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's talking to you? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we can put a song on and it change our whole mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People talk about frequencies and stuff. The musical frequency does something to you. Like, it puts you in a trance. Yeah, and it can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on. But people don't.
And I heard somebody say something about the frequency of the music now is at a certain hertz that is supposed to like degrade your spirit or whatever. I've heard that.
You like what 420 versus 417 or something like that, man.
Something like that. 428 or something. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but you know,
I know what you're talking about.
And the music's supposed to affect you in a certain kind of way.
Because pianos and stuff aren't programmed in general to that specific hertz that it used to be, is what it is. Now there are ways you can reprogram your keyboard to go to the other hertz, but I've heard it also said it don't make that big of a difference. Now it does sound different. It does sound different. From if I'm not mistaken, that song by Kendrick that he during the Drake battle, Meet the Grams.
Mm-hmm.
You know how dark that sounds, how heinous that song sounds. We ain't gonna say the D word, but how nefarious that song sounds. It's because it's programmed to the actual correct hertz that we supposed to listen to stuff. So it gives it another sound.
Yeah.
It's diabolical because of that.
Diabolical.
Yeah, I ain't want to say it. Y'all destroying language out here, man. Spamming these same words over and over.
Hey, at least you didn't say the mirror.
Man, almost cuss, man. No, I ain't gonna say that. But that song is programmed differently. So if you played it at the hertz we're accustomed to hearing it in the same exact notes, it would sound more normal. It wouldn't have that gloomy sound that it had.
Mm-hmm.
It would sound less gloomy, less dark.
I can believe that. Because a lot of that stuff is done on purpose in order to, just like I kind of hear about like when they do a score for a movie or whatever, they mess with those little trinkets to give that feeling when you're watching something, match the visual that you're watching, give you the feeling while you're watching it. I definitely heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, but also too, check this out with the music thing. I also seen it said that, like, because you mentioned about like Travis Scott and him having to do all these other things to sell his music.
Right.
Interesting thing is that when we had musicians back in the day, what were they? Mm-hmm. They were musicians, right?
Right.
And we had actors. They were actors, right?
Yeah.
Now we have musicians. and actors, they're side comedians.
Yeah,
they're doing skits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Think the baby or whoever. I'm saying they got to do skits. They're getting their Instagrams and their YouTube feeds, and or they're becoming bloggers and podcasters, interviewers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the crazy thing is, like I watch these interviews, right? I mean, everybody watches interviews now because that's what majority of the content is, a bunch of interviews. So you got Kevin Hart interviewing somebody, and then Kevin Hart being interviewed by somebody, and then the person he's being interviewed by is getting interviewed by somebody else who's a celebrity who does something.
Yeah.
And then that celebrity who's a football player is getting interviewed by somebody else who's like, nobody is what they are supposed to be, right? Like, so everybody now is an interview.
A melting pot of roles.
They're doing skits. They're actors and doing skits instead of focus on just music. Like back in the day, like we had actors who were musicians at the same time. Like you had your Queen Latifahs and your Will Smiths, but then when they transitioned into doing movies and whatever, they were focused on that.
That was their primary focus. Yeah.
Yeah, it was their primary focus.
It was special when you had like somebody like the Sammy did both, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Simultaneously, talking about simultaneously, like actor and a musician simultaneously. Yeah. Sammy was one of them, Sammy Davis.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that was like Sammy was special. Yeah, it was special. It was a unique scenario. You're like, oh, he's so talented. You know, even more currently, when you get a Jamie Foxx, it was like, oh, this dude is amazing. Like he does all these things.
He's talented, yeah.
Yeah, but they all managed to do it at a high level too. These are guys who.
But now you have a bunch of low level musicians,
low level actors. They're doing everything.
Comedians, low level comedians, and low level interviewers and journalists.
Nobody's ever honed their craft to a high level. Yeah, they're just doing everything. So
it's like, when are we gonna see at least some kind of stability as far as our I'm starting to get overconsumed with our sports players being like, I understand those who, when they retire, you know, they move into commentary and all that stuff. They start their second career.
Natural transition.
You're seeing a lot of simultaneous things going on. It's like, okay, I get repurposing and trying to refit and try to figure out what you want to do and what you want to be in your future career. You need to figure out what you want to do, right? But now it's like, now it's like they just want to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like no focus on where you are right now. No focus on the thing that you need to do right now. Like it's all over the place. And that's one thing I'm hating about content. Everything's all over the place.
Well, bro, I think a lot of that's got to do with chasing money. I think that's what that comes down to. Everybody's chasing their next stream of income because nobody feel like they properly making the amount of money they need to make and whatever it is they doing. And streaming has hurt that. Streaming killed a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? It was great for everybody, but the companies never figured out how to really monetize that properly. And then the artists ended up getting messed over, whether it was music artists or whether it was actors or whoever. So you see, like comics say they make more money on the road than they make for movies and whatnot now. Mm-hmm. We've reached that point where you have the money is made when you do it old school. When I go somewhere and you got to pay for a ticket, that's where the money is made. So if I can get you to go to the theater and you got to purchase a ticket, that's where I can get my money. As long as it's a stream involved, the money ain't right. So now you're seeing these people jump around in all these different places trying to figure out, well, which one makes the most money? Well, maybe I can build my platform up a little bit and then I can go independent to make some money this way. So everybody's chasing a dollar trying to figure out how it works. Is it podcasting? Is that where I'm going to make my money? Am I going to make my money interviewing? Am I going to make my money, comedy, whatever it is,
So the thing is, are we chasing money or are we chasing art?
Money. They don't care about being good artists no more. They don't care about being talented, good.
And I hate that. And that's why we are where we are. And that's why we are in the state that we are in. Because when you were artists, you chase the art. You try to be the best artist you can be. Not necessarily chasing the money. The money's gonna come if you're a great enough artist, and not always gonna come because not every great artist gets their just due. while they're alive. Like we've seen a lot of artists who sacrifice their life for art, whether it was poetry or literature,
became
paintings,
famous after dying,
sculpture,
like, yeah.
musicians. Like, okay, I get it. But do we got to be so dollar driven though? Do we have to be?
That comes with social media. The misleading idea that everybody's doing so great and you're not, which we kind of touched on last week, is the social media starts pumping your head up thinking the world is a certain way. So I think it's all just playing a big part. It's all playing its part. People chasing money because it seems like there's a lot of ways to make money. You see people that's doing good for themselves, you think they're doing better than they actually are. So then you like, let me see if I can get my hand in this and see if I can make some money in that, because what I'm doing ain't making the money like it used to. It's all money driven, man. Mm-hmm. Like in the past, you wanted to make money because you wanted people to like you so you can make money. Now people don't even care if you like them because that brings in money also, because all I need is a view. So if I can get your attention, it can be good or bad. I just need to make content out of whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why artists, musicians they're not even musicians, but the people that's creating music, it ain't got to be good. I can make something so bad that if I can get you to click on it because it's bad, I still get paid.
I just need to click. I just need to click.
So yeah, man, different stage, man, where there's no pride in that. We're in the generation of a lot of people who come from being trophy kids, participation trophies. You know what I'm saying? Them kids, they run the world now, and they don't care about winning.
And you know what the scary thing is?
Money off of it.
The scary thing is the way the climate is, or the way the landscape looks like. It's not going back. It's not going back. We're where we are, and it's probably only going to get worse. There's no going back. I don't see it as ever going back from where we are now.
It could go back. It don't look like it's gonna go back because it's the generation that's up next. It don't seem like it's gonna go back. But if the generation after the generation is up next, it depends on where they take it depends on what they take pride in. You know what I mean? Like if they,
it does.
And it's all on them. It's all on them.
And I think
if they want to be the generation in front of them, they not going. It ain't gonna work. But
the prize is gonna be, I want to shine. I want to shine. You know what I mean? That's what the pride is. Just like how you have these college athletes who are making money and they want to shine on the field, or they want to shine in their private life, or on Instagram or whatever, on social media, more so than just becoming great at the sport that they're playing. I can make NIL money now. I can get money now. I ain't got to be that great. I just need to take advantage of the spot that I'm in right now.
But we talked about
20
this,
years
right?
old in college, whatever.
Okay, look at it from this point of view, though.
Set.
It could be that, but then we talked about how you and I, with the NBA, for example, we talked about how we're starting to enjoy it a little bit more because there's a different type of energy building amongst the guys in it. If this generation is changing things, keep some old school integrity to them, the generation that looks up to them could take it to the next level. But here's
the thing. That the players that we're watching now in sports, whether it's football or basketball, a lot of those players are pre-NIL money. The whole NIL thing is only a few years old. So those ones who are making waves now, those are ones who didn't take advantage of getting paid while they were a collegiate athlete. You know what I mean? So they didn't get this luxury back then. So now this begs the question of the ones who are getting the money now over the last 2 or 3 years, who are they going to be in the league whenever they do make it? They're going to be a bunch of players who don't care. That's how I see it. Because the players who do care now, they weren't able to take advantage of getting paid and being able to shine and having their priorities only in finances back when they were coming up.
It's true.
So now they're forced to get their shine now, and they got to ball out to get their shine now.
It's true. We will see. We don't know. Marvin Hagler said that quote the term silk pajamas, and that means those people. He said it's hard to wake up and go run a couple miles in silk pajamas. You know what I'm saying? And
True.
People and the college students that's coming forward will be in silk pajamas. You know what I'm saying? And so maybe they won't go to the next level, or maybe they will. You know, I can only hope for the best, but we don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
My whole thing is a guesstimation. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, we at the point to where we got to talk about these sticks, man. We got to talk about these sticks. Look at that. Hey, look, I haven't flicked off my ash this whole episode.
Man, mine fell off.
Mine didn't.
I set it in the ashtray and it just dropped as soon as I said it. So good thing it hits there instead of in my lap, but you know, because I wasn't gonna knock it off.
Yeah. Now that I say it, mine probably gonna fall off too. And y'all gonna catch it.
I hope so.
But hey, look. Okay, so look, we're smoking the same.
We're in a unique position. Yeah, we don't do this normally. I guess we can kind of play off each other, man. If you want to kick it off, I'll jump in and we just, you know, instead of doing our one long dissertation a piece, you know, we'll just we'll play off
trade
each other,
off,
man.
Yeah,
we'll just do some little trade.
Let me go ahead and kick it off. So construction, like we mentioned earlier, construction is nice still to this point. Like I said, like I haven't tapped my ash not one time. This is the same burn, same original burn. Haven't had a relight from the very beginning. I have a fan going on in here, right, which was a concern of mine. It was going to blow my my stick out, which usually does for most cigars I have. If I have a fan blowing on me, still getting a good puff off and getting a good draw. So construction is top notch. And I'm telling you, holding this thing in the hand feels superior. Now flavors. So we got the spice in the beginning. The spice was there. It was Fuego. It was Fuego.
Spice. I don't know what to narrow the spice down to. Were you able to pick it out? Did it feel like this type of spice that cooking spices to you? Did it feel like pepper? Did it? I couldn't narrow it down. I would probably lean more towards a cooking spice.
Really?
You think of black pepper?
Like a fine pepper. Like a fine pepper. Not something that's like a bold pepper that kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of feel it in your nostrils or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't bold. It wasn't bold.
It was a fine pepper for me. A fine pepper. But a flavorful pepper. Like the flavors started kicking in immediately. I couldn't tell exactly what I was getting. I did get some cocoa kind of in the mix with it. It was like this pepper with some cocoa that was just kind of telling behind, right?
Sweet cocoa? Because I picked up on sweetness, but I couldn't. Yes. I didn't narrow it down to something, but I'm like, there's a sweetness there.
Hint of some sweetness along with that peppery fine pepper. But that fine pepper kind of falls back as we get this far into it, right? So it's not really peppery. They're not even as peppery as it was in the beginning. It wasn't like super pepper. Like, I can't take this.
I only pick up on spice now on the retro where I'm at.
On the retro, okay.
Yeah, only the retro.
Yeah, you actually have to like pay attention to it now. Yeah. But the EQ with what we have, it is Plasencia type style EQ. Like, is it EQ'd perfectly? I would venture to say, honestly, yeah. If you're going with spice. If you got to have some spice in it,
it's a high level.
Then you have those cocoa. You have that cocoa. You have some light nuttiness. Nothing that's too crazy. Like it's all these the complexities are there. But
there's a zestiness in it. Did you pick up on that?
Yeah, a little bit of zestiness.
Like a citrus type zest almost. Like, you know. But
I think that kind of aids into the
peel
a little bit too.
Yeah.
So it has a bevy of flavors that kind of just throws out at you. A lot different from the Alma Fuerte, like we talked about. But it's done differently. I can't put my finger on it. I really can't put my finger on it. I don't know if you can put your finger on it, but I know I can't. Just yet.
On which part?
Where I'm at. Like just as far as like how it's EQ'd and how it's brought together. I'm having a hard time putting my finger on everything I'm picking out. It's like it's flavors, and it's like hard to like really feel what I'm getting.
That's the thing with Plasencia that makes them great is they always blend it in a way that it gets kind of tough to really narrow it down, like what it is. But I do agree with you on there's a sweetness. There's that sweet, there's that spice, there's that little zest, to it. And you said a nuttiness?
Yeah, like slight.
What you said?
Like really light.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not mad at the nuttiness. I kind of know where you're going with that. It's light, but it's in there probably. And that's about all I would venture to really step out there.
Kind of like a walnut. Really, like, how like walnuts are like your watery type of light nut taste. It's not give you anything heavy, but it's like a walnut.
Yeah.
Like this kind of what I'm getting. Acorn.
Yeah, I got a feel of what you're talking about. When you said it, I was like, I think I know what he means. That little note that's in there. But those are about all the only notes I would really be willing to stand on and be like, that's what I pick up on definitively. Everything else is kind of like, eh.
Yeah, let me ask you this. So, like, I'm getting this I don't know if it's the beverage I'm pairing it with or what, but I'm getting this little salivation that's creating these extra flavors that are just it's a pleasantry.
I hadn't noticed, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'd have to pay more attention, man. I hadn't noticed. So I can't say about that.
Okay. So I don't know if it's a drink or if it's the cigar. Like it's I don't know, but it's nice. It's nice. So when it comes down to it, for me, not my favorite Plasencia. I'm still going with that green band. I'm still going because it just brings out all the perfectly EQ flavors that I just love. But now if I need some spice, which I have a taste for spice every now and then, I have a taste for spice and I want it. Would this be like a top pick and say if I want spice and I want some pepper, give me that. Give me that.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Spicy stick wise, wow, this is crazy that I'm not willing to quite step out there and say that it's the best spicy stick I ever had, but it might be. But I can't really say it like final. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, so don't let me sway you.
But it might be.
When it comes to experience, you had to have a spice in the total experience. Now what do you?
Oh, it's this. It's this. When you say that, yes, it's this. If I'm just going spice and notes only, you know what I'm saying? And how, I don't know. I can't think of a better one right off the top of my head, but I know I had one, another spicy stick that I feel, how sometimes you don't remember stuff, but the feeling it left you with was a good feeling.
Yeah.
There's a spicy stick I had in the past that left me with a similar feeling, but because I can't name it, it would be really easy for me just to say this.
I need to go back. I need to go back in the episodes and look at which one, because I know I had one that was like, ooh, I can do this. I think we had the same time. We both had the same time. Ooh, I can do spice.
Whatever that stick was is probably the one I'm talking about, and that I felt like I could smoke that one very often. This one I could smoke it very often also. I just don't.
But for the price point. But for the price point,
I probably would just go smoke the other one. You know what I'm saying? But if 100 was relative to 20 for me, maybe I would smoke this all the time. You know what I mean? True. Truthfully.
I mean, honestly, like that Del Fuego that you had before, I think I've had it too. I want to say I had it offline. I feel like I did. I don't want to think I'm living vicariously, and I feel like I did have it. And forgive me if I'm misspeaking. I thought I did, but I didn't. And I'm just reliving your experience. But I feel like I've had it. And I feel like it was like, I feel like I've smoked all the Plasencias that you can grab out of a humidor. Like anything that's offered widely throughout the United States. I think I've had it.
When we first discovered it, I think you pretty much ran through over half of them that same week. Yeah, like you went and grabbed a lot of them right off the bat. So
yeah, a Plasencia run. All right, so but let me say this though. So now that I mentioned that it was in fourth place, I'm gonna have to up it. It's in third place. I'm gonna take the green boy. I'm gonna take the black boy, and then I'll take this.
Okay.
Then I'll take.
So this goes in over the Coseca. This goes in over the basic Fuego.
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
it does.
I agree with that.
Does. I didn't think that at first, but getting this deep into the stick, yes. And I am so curious to see where else this stick goes, because I feel like it's gonna explode at some point. I feel like it's just hitting its stride.
I'm gonna push you because I feel that too. It's just hitting its stride, and I feel like we're gonna get off the air, and I'm gonna revisit this later on in the day. And I'm
definitely gonna finish this or get to some more of it later this evening, and then just a few more hours after we get off air, and see where else it goes, because I am so curious to see just which way it's gonna go. Like, I feel like it's yet to hit its stride, because it just felt like by the time we got to the end and we're ready to talk about the review of it, that it was just getting really good.
Well, because we just getting into. I'm personally, for myself, I'm just starting the second third. Like, I feel like I'm just through the first, and I'm just getting into the second. That's barely. So
I'm not even touched. I haven't even touched the second third yet. If you honestly look at it, this is the first. This is the same burn. So the first third is gonna end about right here. Yeah. Second third, final third. So about right here is when that second third is gonna hit, and I am curious to see where it's gonna go.
Where you touched is roughly where I'm at, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna jump the gun. I'm gonna do an aficionado, and I'm gonna jump the gun.
Okay,
I'm putting it in a second. I'm rating it. I'm rating it in front of the black band. I'm putting it in front of the black band.
Really?
I'm putting it in front of the black band. Yeah.
I'm not ready to say that.
Made my mind up. I wasn't ready to say it yet. The whole time you were saying, the whole time you had it in third or fourth, I won't mad at you. But the more we talk about it, I think I'm ready to put it in.
Okay, so let me ask you this before we rate these. So I have this fan blowing on me. I don't know if you have a fan too.
I don't. I'm really hot.
So it didn't allow one thing, the fan didn't allow my aroma and atmosphere to really build up. How are you feeling with your atmosphere and your aromas?
Man, I'm on the yacht. I'm on the yacht.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
It put me where I need to be at.
So when it becomes the evening and I can go outside with this and no fan, nothing blowing my smoke away from me and allowing it to build up, I'm expecting that yacht feel.
You're gonna be somewhere luxurious.
Okay.
I feel like I'm somewhere more luxurious than where I am with the black band. And that's playing a major part of it. You know what I mean? Because the black ain't far off from the green, but at the same time,
but it's like it's missing something.
I revisited the black not long ago, if you don't recall, and so the black ain't too far out of my head. You know what I'm saying? And as fantastic as it is, I feel like this put me somewhere just slightly different. And then it's got the spice element on top of it, which comes through. But then it's giving me some notes that I can actually figure out, but still can't figure out. I like the complexities of that. The construction is amazing, as we talked about. The torpedo is a nice fit, you know what I'm saying, for your mouth, pause. And it's I'm supporting it, man.
All right, so here we go, man. We're gonna rate this out of 5.
This is where it gets tricky because I don't know where to go. I'm a little nervous
to do so. I gave T52 a 4.5 last week.
Yeah, he did. And I gave Hoya a 4.4.
And I do like this a lot better than T52. I do.
Okay.
I do. But it's not a green. And I think I gave the green, a 4.8? Probably. I might go back to that. Somewhere in there. I might go back to that green and maybe have to update it to a perfect 5. But we can't. Not yet. Because it fits somewhere in between that. It's definitely better than that T52. So
you're gonna give it the college dropout treatment, where it got like 4 stars and then the source went back and made it a 5. You gonna have to revisit and just
maybe. All right, so I'm gonna do this. All right, so I'm gonna say this. 4.6. 4.6.
I'm cool with that. I'm good with that.
4.6.
4.6. I support a 4.6. That's a good score for it.
Okay.
I'm good.
4.6.
I gave the other one a 4.4 last week, and they both made me feel good, but it's hard for me not to edge it to this one because Plasencia is smooth, man. Plasencia is always so smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, even though I enjoy them both pretty close to equally, I'd enjoy them differently. And the smoothness of it is just like, you got to get a little something extra for it. Yeah, you got to get a little extra points for it, man. So, yeah.
So, here we go. She's going back in. Hey, remember that Clase Azul?
Yeah. It's the Clase, man. Clase click.
I ain't getting a tink, but
I like it. That Plasencia ASMR.
This is the Plasencia holder from now on. All my Plasencias go in here.
Yeah, when I clip this, I'm gonna drop mine too. Hey, y'all. That was this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We'll be out, man. Keep y'all Plasencias up high and go grab that Ometepe when you get a chance.
Do it.